Good morning. Welcome to today's RC Coffee Chat. I've got to put my hands right now. I've just been out flying the S-Back a minute ago, and it's a bit nippy out there, but it's supposed to be 2 miles an hour wind for most of today here in Bristolia. Happy days, but someone's got to work all day. Bugger. Right, what have we got on the topics list for you today? In short, we've got 5 topics for you today, and one of them is a giveaway like we hinted at yesterday. So, topic number 1 is the upcoming episodes. We'll be taking a look at those, and I've already put all the links to those in the video description underneath this episode for you. Topic number 2 is Tom's Maiden. What a fantastic looking model. And I've literally, when I came in the office this morning at about 2:30, something like that, and then started going through the subscriptions and stuff, and I watched that earlier this morning. Absolutely beautiful in the sky, so Tom's got to be a happy guy. We'll be looking at that one in a moment. HobbyKing have a Raven 990 mini DLG we'll be taking a look at as well. Bruce's video log, that will be a topic for discussion in a few moments time. And topic number 5 is the Eachine FB90 giveaway as well. And the giveaway for this one will be really straightforward. There are a couple of terms and conditions applied to it, but they're all kind of common sense, really. So we will have that very shortly. Now, let me just get back to my tab over there. Good morning, everybody who's on. We'll do a shout-out corner in a moment. So, upcoming episodes. To give you a heads up on some of the episodes which are coming out in the near future, we've got the Skywalker Sirius Maiden. Again, like I said yesterday, not the best video footage ever, but I do have some extra video footage, and I will be taking it out next time I go and fly, which I think it's probably Friday by the looks of it. I am going to sort out a stabilizer for that model too, so that you can just potter around and enjoy some FPV in short. And really looking forward to getting some more airtime with that one. So we've got that Maiden. Again, links to each of these are in the video description. Airgates, Andrew tries to get his BF119, probably said that wrong, but he tries to get a twin motor model through that Airgate, and that goes well. We've also got the some of you, which I know have been around from near the beginning. You know how much I love my Teksumo, and I dusted it off, took it off the shelf, dusted it off, and took it out for a damn good ragging. On Sunday, got some video footage, and we had a bit of a landing with it. Good news, it's fine. I hot glued it up a couple of days ago, and it's all good. And anyway, it is slightly overpowered, to say the least. We've also got the F3 Shadow as well, which I must remember to put. So I've got my transmitter next to me. I must remember to put some more expo in the elevator, because that goes really well too. And also we have Team Legit, the Twinsu FPV, and I nearly get it in a tree twice. Oops a daisy. So we do have a couple of episodes coming out shortly. Links to all of those are in the video description. Right now they are set as unlisted, so they're not showing on the YouTube channel. And the reason for that is that I was chatting to Dave, my business partner's over for me at the moment. And no kidding, I've literally got about 3 months worth of video sat in the folders from previous flying days, which could all be edited up and stuff. And that's excluding topics which I've got in my little it's not a little topics list anymore here. So I do have an epic amount of backlogged video footage, and I'm trying to edit up as I can. And to be honest, that's why I'm loving the live stuff, because there's no editing required, and you get to see the stuff live as it happens. I am a big fan of the live stuff at the moment for many, many different reasons, but just because of the ad hoc, unpredictable nature of doing the live stuff. And I know it's a lower quality as far as video goes, and it's not as polished, and there's some negative, like audio quality and video quality could be classed as two negatives to it. But on the flip side, it's got so many positive sides to it. Unpredictability is a big one to it, so I am really liking that. And also there is as I did with the trimming in of the Radjet a couple of days back, is that we can record live from the flight line, and I can get the video footage back and then edit it up and do sub edits of it as well. So yeah, I am becoming a really big fan of this live stuff. It's very much ad hoc. I am enjoying it a lot, and I do like the nature of it as well, which I also know is not everybody's cup of tea. So let's move into Shout Out Corner. Let me just go and click on the right tab here, and this is where I get to say a very good morning to you. So I tell you what, let's do this the right way, because I tried doing it a different way the other day, and that was a complete fail. So good morning, Lee, and Go 2499. We're having a bit of a chit chat on here this morning with Brad as well. Rads, not too sure if you're off to work this morning yet, but have a great day at work, and obviously you might be watching this morning when you come back. Scrolling down, not really me. Good morning, sir. Roddy, good morning as well. Just scrolling down. James, good morning too. Turbo Tyler, good morning. Scrolling down. Les, good morning. Keep going down. Sorry, there was obviously a bit of chit chat going on here in this morning. Good morning, Lauren, and also good morning or good afternoon, Joe. I should say. Brian, good morning too. Andy, good morning. Scrolling down. Right, there we go. Andy Morgan, good morning. Green Patches, good morning. 250 gram limit. Good morning as well. BMX, good morning. AKO, good morning too. Scrolling down. Kim, good morning as well. Jeff, good morning. Elijah, good morning. Austin, good morning. Tom, good morning too. Timi Parter, good morning as well. Probably just completely muddied your name. I do apologise. I do normally speak Bristolian, and that's pretty bad. Steve, good morning. Van, good morning. And I think I've covered everybody. So obviously, and Dan, good morning as well. If I've missed your name, I do apologise. I've just not seen it in the list. So a very good morning to you. Of course, good afternoon, evening, or wherever you are based in the world. So yeah, topic number 1, upcoming episodes. Got a collection of those coming out, and I've already been spotted some sub edits for some of the live stuff. So when I get some free time, we'll be doing that. Tom's Maiden is the next topic. Now, there is, like everything which we covered, there is links in the video description below. So if you click on show more, there will be links to those. And of course, if you're watching the recorded version, remember you can say howdy or good morning or good afternoon in the comment section underneath this video as well. Coming back onto the topic, Tom's dad's been and bought him I'll muller this one as well, a Wedell Williams Model 44 Gilmore Race BlackHorse model. Absolutely stunning. It's huge. Absolutely huge. And the bit which gets it for me is Tom just knife edges it all the way across. But what I would say, Tom, is that 4-point roll was a little bit sloppy because you did lose a little bit of height in there. Honestly, Tom's flying is amazeballs. Really, really nice bloke. If you haven't seen any of Tom's videos before, go and take a look. You can see the passion just coming through. And that's what this hobby is about. It's having a passion. And again, that's an IC model. I personally, I don't do IC, but I thoroughly understand why people love IC. And it's a model which I would frankly probably never own as well. And it's just fantastic to see different parts of this hobby and to see Tom's passion literally just burning through as well. So if you haven't seen that, do go and take a watch. It is absolutely fantastic. The model in the sky is pretty damn good. And again, the pilot behind the sticks is also pretty good as well. Oh, good morning, Stu, as well. Just been and seen that pop up on there. So just keeping an eye on the chat on the left-hand side, so apologies for that. So Tom's Maiden, there's a link to that in the video description. Go and take a watch. I've thoroughly enjoyed that myself this morning. Topic number 3 is HobbyKing have, and again, the product profile video is in the video description. I actually prefer this version, which is the product video, not the overview video to it. Go and take a watch of that. If you're into your DLGs, it looks really, really good fun. Just give you a heads up, it's not the cheapest thing in the world, and it also looks rather fragile, if I'm honest. It's £105 here at the moment, so I don't know what that is in US pesos. Let me just swap that over a second. $134, give or take a few cents. So it's not the cheapest of models. It's not the biggest of models either. Probably not something that I'd fly, mainly because I don't think it would last. But if you're into your DLGs, happy days. Looks like bloody good fun. But you do need a tosser, or you can toss yourself off with a Raven 990 Mini DLG. So that came out yesterday. Does look kind of cool. DLGs, never really done it, to be honest, so I can't pass complete judgment on it. Just doesn't float my boat because I don't want to be a tosser, if that makes sense. Right, that brings us nicely on to Bruce's video log. And Bruce, if you're watching this, I absolutely love your video logs. And I'd also like to make a massive point to any of you which are concerned about creating content for YouTube, okay? Some of the guys which I fly with, and it's been in conversations all over the place about watch time and things like that, and they'll read like old information where they suggest that you have only short episodes and things like that, and it should only be a minute long or a 2-minute long video and things like that. It's utter rubbish. In short, a video or an episode like an RC Coffee Chat, for example, is as long as it needs to be. Some episodes are quite quick. This morning it's going to be quite a quick one. In short, some RC Coffee Chats are a little bit longer. Some of them have been 45 minutes long, and frankly, I don't care. And also, you don't need to care either. So I sat there and watched 27 minutes and 26 seconds of Bruce chatting and just keeping us up to date with things which are going on, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So the point which I was going to make about Bruce's episode, number one, it is length. It doesn't matter, long as it's interesting, you watch it, you know. And I'm sure you've watched short episodes and they've been really interesting, and I'm sure you've watched longer episodes like some of these RC Coffee Chats, and as long as they're interesting, that's all that matters. Okay, so that was a sub point which I wanted to make for that. Bruce also does raise a really good point when it comes to drones and full-size aircraft, is that a full-size aircraft landing on an airstrip full of modelers is okay, and you'll get good talking to. Whereas that if you had a drone or an RC jet land on, or a UAV land on an airport strip while there are aircraft around, then Jesus, wouldn't the media go mental? It's not fair, is the point which Bruce makes. So do go and watch that episode if you haven't already. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm sure that you've been and watched it as well. Fabrice, bonjour as well. Good morning to you, sir. Mobius says, Matt, when will you do the live build of the Balsa model? That was actually a topic which I was going to squeeze in tomorrow. So really good point there, Morpheus. I've not forgotten about it. We'll open it up. We'll find a suitable model, and we're going to go on and build it. And we'll build it over a couple of nights, maybe a week, something like that. And we'll do it live from the workbench, and just have a little chit chat as we go along. And good morning, Henry, and also Broken Quad. Happy days you've been able to join us live as well. So that will be a topic for tomorrow. So anyway, coming back to Bruce's video log, if you haven't seen it yet, fantastic watch. Watched it before passing out last night, and yeah, really good. So do take your time to go and watch Bruce's episode. Does make some really good valid points about the inequality is what I'm looking for. It's blatantly not fair. So yeah, Bruce, points very well made. So if you haven't seen that yet, there's a link to that in the video description for you. Now that brings us nicely on to the last topic for today's RC Coffee Chat, which is Banggood sent me the little Eachine FB90. It's a little micro quadcopter. It runs on 2S. Now, it's not as perky as my 2S little micro quad, because that thing is absolutely insane. But that said, with the 2S, it's got plenty of poke in it, and you do get much longer flight times. Now, let me go stick that on there. I've got the antenna bent down, or it's down like that. It is a cool little quadcopter. So Banggood sent this one to me to review, and We've covered it previously, but literally first time out of the box, we did have a slight issue because two of the propellers went ping straight up into the ceiling. So we will be giving this one away. We've got a little challenge for you, super simple to do. And my point is that my first impressions of this weren't great because both the propellers, well, one went off and hit the ceiling and then stuck another one on there, and the next one and one of the other ones did it as well. But that said, the camera quality is good. It flies around forever because look at that size of that 2S LiPo on the bottom. It's a 400 milliampere 2S LiPo on the bottom, and it comes with two of them. I thought that was really, really cool, and it's got one of, this is in the box. You get spare motors, and you get a USB charger. So there's a lot of nice things going for it. It did come with a shell, which I've never actually flown with the shell, so it looks like a little bumblebee flying around. The cat bloody well hates it. He's kind of clocked on that if I spot him, that's it. I'm straight after the cat. So, which is kind of fair dues because he kind of beats up the other cats. But anyway, back onto topic. Really, really good fun. I'd spent a month of flying this one in here. I haven't burned a motor out. All the props have stayed on since. What I would strongly suggest is that if you do win this one, is that you go and buy yourself some extra prop propellers for it, because I'm sure they will disappear after a while. And I also did break one of the cones as well, which I glued back on. Yeah, that one there. It's a bit squidgy, and the propeller hits it every now and again. So the little prop guards, I've left them on. They do work kind of well, to be honest. So yeah, happy days. All in all, kind of like it, but as we discussed yesterday, micro quads and quads in general are just not my cup of tea. I enjoy flying them, but they're not my primary source of interest, should I say. So this one was provided for me for free, so it's time it finds a new home. Now, I will ship this anywhere in the world. Oh, one other big note, this is set up for FrSky. You cannot change this, so just be aware, this model is what it is. It's you've got a little push button on the top. Don't know which bands it sorts off. Again, there's a link to the full details over on the Banggood website. This is the FrSky version, so if you're using a different transmitter, then you'll probably need a module in the back to be able to communicate with it. It cannot be changed. Also, to bind it, is that I'm looking for the little pins, which was a bit of a bugger. You will need to bind this to your transmitter down here in that corner there by the camera. So to the right hand side of the camera, there's two little pins, and what I did on mine was get a pair of long nose pliers in there, squeeze the pliers to form the contact, and then I bound it. That was probably the only real big negative which I could say for this one, but it was only a one-time task, which was the binding procedure was a bit of a pain in the arse. But once it's bound, and it flies pretty damn well, to be honest. It's a fun little quad. Now, how can you win this one? Very, very simple. There are going to be no complex terms or conditions. They're all straightforwards, and there is no skill required. So what I would like you to do is very simple, is that I have a bag of screws down here, and what I would like you to do is in the comments section is to let me know how many screws and possibly a bolt is in that bag. Now, while you're looking at that bag, I also have this little bag of screws as well, my servo screws, and I might have a bag of control horns here as well. Let me just make sure that you can have a good look at that. There's a few in there. So we've got some nuts and bolts in there. We've got some screws in there. Let me just make sure that focuses. There we go. We've got a bag of those. So there's all my control rods, control horns. Oh, and I've also got another bag. So whoever hits the number, and I'll give these to the wife to go and count them, is that it'll be yours. Now, I do have a couple of notes on it. Let me just get this absolutely correct for you. I will ship anywhere in the world, and just be aware the package does contain LiPo batteries, so if you have an import issue, it's your problem. There is also only one quad available, and it's FrSky compatible, so it will only work with a Tyrannus, for example, or maybe a QX7. Okay, the winner will be the person to first need to clarify this, guess the correct number or post the correct number. Will be the person to first correctly guess the correct number, or whoever is the closest. Okay, and you can do that by posting a comment underneath this video. So once this RC Coffee Chat has been finished, there will be a comment section in there. Post your guess. Now, you are going to be limited to just one guess per person, because that's fair. Okay, so don't just go and type in 1, send, 2, send, you know, that's taking a piss. So one guess per person. There is also no warranty with this device, either implied or expressed. In short, it is what it is. The last time I flew it, it flew fine. And I will check it before I stick it in the mail. I'll put the LiPo batteries in storage charge for you as well for it. And also note, my judgment is final as well. So if you would like to win this little micro quad, it's worth the best part of $70. It is good fun, but it does need to go to a home where someone will enjoy it. And like I said, once this RC Coffee Chat is over, you'll be able to leave comments underneath this video, so not like normal live chat, in the comments section under there. Put your account in there. And on Friday, which is the cutoff, okay, because we also have another giveaway tomorrow, okay, on Friday, we will find out who the winner is, and we'll send it across to you. Now, tomorrow, we have also another giveaway, which is the X73 mental, and I mean mental racecopter, and I'll come up another challenge on that one. Again, similar procedure. Guess how many items are in the bags, and you'll also be able to vote on that one. I'll leave a comment underneath tomorrow's episode, and then Friday we'll find out who the winner is, or sorry, who the winners are for both of those quads, and shoot me your addresses, and I'll get them out on Friday afternoon for you. So let me just have a quick look at the chat as well. Yes, there are 4 bags in total. Let me just put these back on the screen for you. Bag number 1 was some larger nuts and bolts. Bag number 2 is some servo screws. There's a few in there. Bag number 3 is lots and lots of control horns, and that's not really focusing, but it's quite a big bag, and there's quite a few in there. And there's another bag full of them as well. So to win either of these quadcopters, either today or tomorrow, requires absolutely no skill at all, and I frankly have no idea how many are in there, and I'm going to give them to the missus later to count them up. So happy days. So let's have a quick look. Is it the number per bag or grand total? It is the grand total of how many in total are in here, and I genuinely do not have any idea at all how many are in these bags. Okay, so it's the grand total of how many individual pieces are in these bags. Okay, so do your best. Like I said, whoever gets the correct number, or I will be frankly shocked if anybody does get the correct number, or whoever is closest. Okay, obviously it's going to take a while to go through. The closing time will be Friday morning for this one, and we'll do both the giveaways, and we'll find out who the winners were should I say, on Friday. So it requires absolutely no skill, and I also like doing it this way because we can spread it over 2 days, and you then get to choose between maybe like this one, or maybe like the psychopathic one, or maybe you want to vote for both. That's absolutely fine. So let me just have a quick look on there. BMX, I want the brushless one though. Yes, tomorrow, the X73. That thing is absolutely bonkers. It also comes with loads of spare props, because I managed to break them on the second flight, I think. It's skits, which springs to mind. It does also come with a prop guard, which is strongly recommended that you do take the time to undo the little screws and put the prop guard in there as well. So Studio says, easy, lots. No, it has to be a numerical number for it. Let's have a quick look. Steve says, my mini Dracton's up today. Good morning, by the way, Steve. Any recommendations to overpower her? To be honest, Steve, the standard 2814 1700 kV right wing motor with a 7x5 prop is a brilliant combo. Literally 110 to 114 in a straight line, and it's absolutely bonkers. And do note, I do have my propeller further out, sorry, my motor mounted the opposite way around to others, and you get cleaner air, you get more speed and less noise. It's like win, 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 you know, it's crazy. So, but that said, if you put the motor mount around the other way, you can put any motor you like on the back of it, but just remember you are restricted by the width between the two vertical stabilizers. That's going to be your only limiting factor for the mini drag. So Steve, I hope that helps. Let's have a quick look. Trying to keep an eye on the chat. All green patches received my EF Extra today. Yeah, absolutely fantastic model. I have really enjoyed mine. Give you a heads up, if you're going to be running yours on 4S, go and order some spare propellers today because they are a little bit brittle. And so far I've been through 2 of them, and the last one only lasted 4 flights. Really, really good model. And also for you green patches, hold it further down the fuselage when you go to launch it. Okay, so it's going to be an underarm chuck. Give it plenty of beams so it wants to like tear out your hand, and then just go like that with it and toss that model off that way, if that makes sense. And then just get back on those sticks as quickly as you can. And you don't need that much movement in there, but what I would say, you do need a fair amount of elevator in it as well, and get it high and get it trimmed in pretty quickly as well, because it is lightning fast. Absolutely fantastic. It's everything which I expected the EF Extra to be. Brilliant model. So right, I'm just going to give up trying to keep on with the chat in short, and you can see the chat going on above my head. So it's time for us to wrap up. To quickly recap what we've been and covered today in today's RC Coffee Chat. Still warm. Bonus. Right, upcoming episodes. There are links to several episodes which are coming out in the near future. I also did have a chit chat about why I'm loving the live stuff at the moment. Topic number 2 was Tom's Maiden. Do go and watch that video. Absolutely brilliant. Corking. Absolute corking model. And fantastic piloting skills as well. We also spoke about Bruce's video log as well. And Bruce, I am absolutely loving these 2. They are very, very good. If you end up talking for an hour, just leave it in, you know. That's a hint for Bruce and for you. Anybody else which is watching this, never be concerned about a length of a video as long as it continues to be a point of interest. Topic number 3, I've done that the wrong way around, was the HobbyKing Raven. So if you fancy being a tosser and fancy either tossing your own models or having someone else toss you off from the flight line, there is a, I'm going to say it, rather expensive tossing device available from HobbyKing right now, which is the Raven 990 Mini DLG. Not my cup of tea, but if you like to be tossed off from the flight line, HobbyKing can now help you be tossed. Really? They can. And the last one is the FB90 giveaway. It's here. I'll send it anywhere in the world to you. Obviously, I want to put one quick hasten to that one. We'll stick it in the post. It obviously won't contain any lipos in it. They will be stuck in storage charge, bag of screws and a bolt. So remember, it's the total sum of all these parts in there. A nice little bag of screws as well. I'll leave that just to focus a moment for you. There's many in that bag. We also have a bag of control horns as well, and a second bag of them too. Whoever gets the correct number, which I'll be frankly shocked if you do, or whoever is closest first, okay, we will, you'll win it, in short, and shoot us your address and I'll get it in the post to you. And again, just to clarify, you need to let me know what your guess is in the comments section underneath this video. Obviously, once we've gone off air and YouTube has been in finished processing the video. And tomorrow we'll have a similar one for you, which will be for the X73. Again, that is FrSky compatible only. So if you don't have a Tyrannus or QX7 or similar transmitter, you will need a module in the back to be able to bind to it too. So nice and simple, I think that's going to be quite a good challenge. I frankly wouldn't even know where to start. So, yeah, nice and straightforward. Yes, Jeff, I agree with you. Who doesn't like getting tossed off on the flight line? Yeah, you probably would crash. I don't think the model would withstand repeated abuse on the flight line by being tossed into the sky, of course. So on that note, it's time for me to wrap up. Thank you ever so much for watching. And sorry, the giggles have now kicked in from what has maybe been said previously. Thank you very much for joining us today. If this is your first time here for an RC Coffee Chat, I'm Matt. Welcome aboard. If you've not yet subscribed, there is a red button underneath this video where it says Matthew Ogborn. I'm Matt. Press the red button if you'd like to be notified the next time the next RC Coffee Chat or one of those episodes which we spoke about a few moments ago has been published. Press the little bell icon next to it. If you have enjoyed today's episode, press the thumbs up underneath. That's always appreciated. And of course, any comments or suggestions about the channel, let us know in the comments section underneath this video. And of course, don't forget to take your guess. Even if it's a random guess, take a guess. Again, it needs to be an exact number. Don't go, oh, anywhere between 20 and 1 billion. That's not really playing fair. So we've got the giveaway for these today. Let us know what your guess is in the comments section underneath this video once it's finished being processed by YouTube. And on that note, if you are out flying today, have a fantastic day's flying. And on that note, it's time for me to go. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you the same time tomorrow morning. Cheerios!